Hello all, sorry for a bit late. Honestly, we have had, 40 minutes of absolute chaos trying to get this to work. And it's been down to the very fine wire that we could actually make this live happen this evening. I don't know why. You know I'm not very good with technology. But we've even had our tech expert literally drove over 20-minute drive early to come and try and help us get it all sorted, as I was sort of on the phone going, please help, I can't get it to work. So yeah, we've had a bit of fun, but we're here now. So if you've been waiting for us, I'm ever so sorry. But I think we're only a couple of minutes late, thankfully. Just in my world, I feel like I've been running a marathon for the last probably nearly to an hour. I thought, you know, different page, haven't done a live on this one before. We'll give it a bit of a test and see how it's going to work and see what will happen. So please forgive us if we are a couple of minutes late, and welcome to being with us this evening. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, we had to change laptops and iPads and all different sorts of bits to get this to work. So I'm just going to try and tidy up enough room so I can show you our sale goodies. Now, in the description to this video, you should find on Facebook Live, I don't know what these things are, you will find there is a link to the website. Everything we're about to share with you this evening is already available online at the very silly prices we're going to be talking to you about and sharing with you. So this is really an opportunity for me to talk to you and show you the items. I'm not going to be demonstrating them. I'm going to talk to you and show you them, and we'll sort of have a little look through them. Things like paper pads, bits like that, so you can see a better idea of what these items are, and we'll tell you the prices. I'll tell you if there's a low amount of them, because there's a few bits where we've literally got 2s and 3s of them, and I don't want you to miss out on them. Peter is, of course, on hand. Let's have a word with Pete. Where's me Peter? There he is. Let's get him to say hello.
Hello all. Thanks for joining us.
And Pete will be passing me in bits so we can have a little look through them. And again, he will try and keep an eye on your comments and try and help answer them if we need to. So feel free to ask any questions if you've got them. That little slide Pete's going to check on your comments bit is fear, because I know he hasn't got his iPad and he needs that to read your comments. So we'll try and discreetly get him an iPad at some stage for him to have a look at. I think I've got mine he can have. You really are getting to see the behind the scenes this evening of how it all goes terribly wrong. I always say this when it comes to doing these sort of events. I love doing it on a TV channel or highlight somebody like that, because they're there to help you and to make sure the technological side of it runs smoothly. But with us, we're trying so many new things at the moment and none of them ever work. It's hilarious. But we do it with a smile, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, let's just say a few hellos and then we'll show you some bargains, because I don't want to hold you up. So evening Wendy, hello Sheila, evening Angie, hello Sandra, evening Judy. Lovely to see even the Americans are with us this evening. This is lovely. Thank you for joining us. Evening Kim. Did she just say she's off to the pub again? She's off to the pub. I feel we need to have a chat, Kim. Every time I chat with you, you're off to the pub. I don't know if I blame you. Pete's got us a bit on feedback. Hello, Sharon. There's loads of you, so I'm not going to keep saying hello to you because that's going to get boring for all of you. So shall we start some goodies, shall we? Genuinely, we've got lots of new bits, and I'm going to try not to waffle too much, and we're going to take you through them as quickly as we can. There's lots of new bits. As I said earlier, you can find all of these on the website already. There's a link in the description of the live, hopefully, if I did that right. And if there isn't, pop onto the website, and on the menu bar, you will see Facebook Live Sale. If you give that a click, it'll open up, and all of the bits should be on there for you if I've managed to do that. Right, so come on, Peter, bring in the goodies. Where are we going to start? We're going to start off, these are incredible. So I love a washi tape, and I've always found washi tape to be great. Not that everything's going to go wrong tonight, but Pete's just like thrown one at the floor. So give me a second while I retrieve. Talk about a comedy.
Such a bargain, I'm just throwing them around.
Such a bargain, we don't care, we're going to throw them around. So then, we have got for you washi tape. Now the washi tape rolls, each roll has 2 meters on it per roll. You're going to receive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rolls per tube. Now I believe they're all the same. I missed my prep time for this, but 6 rolls per tube. Now the recommended retail price of these is $1.99 per tube. Now there are 4 different sets. There are 2 glittery ones and there are 2 patterned ones. So let's bring in the glittery ones because we know we love a bit of sparkle, don't we? So these are your glittery ones. Look at them gorgeous sparkly colours. Then we have 2 patterned ones. So this one's got cactuses in it. It's got some geometric designs. It's got some really cool pinstripe ones. And then we move on to our 4th one. So bear in mind, these should be £1.99 a tube. Now your last one, perfect for Valentine's, we've got I love you lots, XOXO, some hearts, some pinstripes, or no, polka dots, sorry. But lots of different versions. The offer on these is you get all 4 for £1.99. So you're buying one and you're getting 1, 2, 3 for free. That's that bonkers. And we've got a couple of offers like this. There are limited stocks, genuinely. When these are gone, they're gone. So don't, I don't want to pressure you, and there isn't anything about pressure, but if you're looking at them and thinking that's an incredible bargain and I'm going to get one and see if I like it, and then in a couple of weeks we'll get another one, I doubt they will be around, being honest with you. So if you like the look of them, grab them, stock up on them, get them while we've got them. But in total, that's going to be 24 rolls. There is 2 meters on each, so you're getting 48 meters for £1.99. So roughly, and forgive my maths throughout this because they're terrible, but what is that? What did I say? 48 meters, £1.99. It's about 4p a meter, isn't it? So that's a proper bargain. So any comments or questions about our lovely washi tape? So I can see lots of you saying hello. Lovely to have you with us. Hopefully you're getting the idea of the deals already. Pete's going to pass in the next one. Lou, I see that you've just found us. This could be because we was late, so apologies, Lou. But we are now up and running. We had some techie problems, techie gremlins, which tend to follow me, but we are now up and running. The next item, we have 3 of these. Literally 1, 2, 3. When they're gone, they're gone. This is a Spellbinders die set with love. What's this actually saying? Oh, it's got a thanks in there. With love, joy and thanks. That's what it says. Trying to read upside down and back to front is never tricky. So with love, joy and thanks. And then hopefully you're going to see this. Actually looks a bit like a jam jar label, doesn't it? How cool is that? I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. That's what it's going to look like when you've created it. And of course you can choose which words you're going to put into it. But you've got separate words, you've got separate labels, you've got the separate panel. That's quite a big panel. The recommended retail price for this die is £14.29. We have 3 of them available at £3. 1, 2, £3. When they're gone, they're gone. So get on that one quickly if that's one you like the look of. Now I've already introduced you to the first 2 items, but I do want to tell you obviously about your P&P, because I wanted to get something in there quickly so you can see what we're talking about, what your prices are going to be through this. Now you can shop ahead, you can pop onto the website, you can view everything we're going to be talking about already on the one page. So there's no hidden extras, no hidden different bits you've got to go off to. Everything's on the one Facebook sale page, which you'll find on the menu bar if you're joining us slightly later. Now, of course, if you spend over £10 and you live here within the UK, your P&P is completely free. I feel like I'm doing a video now. Completely free. If you wish to spend less than £10, maybe you just want to go for that die, for instance, then it's capped at £2.95p. If you would like to upgrade to first class P&P, whether you're under £10 or above £10, then it is capped at £3.95p. And if you're watching us internationally, like Judith is, then you can, of course, check out and just pay a capped £10 postage. If it costs more than £10, we pay that for you. If it costs less than £10, then we refund it to you. That's what I'm trying to say. We refund it to you. Can you see now when I do these on a video how many times it takes me to get all that lot out right without trying to think of 5 things? It's never good. So I can see a question. Marion, you're going to head on to the website, www.craftmaniacrafts.com. When you land on there, there is a little link that you can give a click on the menu bar that says Facebook Live Sale, if I remember rightly. Give that a click. Or if you prefer, in the description to the video, it should be above the video, you should see a hyperlink, a blue text link. If you give that a click, it will take you to the page and you can view everything we're going to be looking at and, of course, purchase and check out if you wish to. So let's have a look at the next item, shall we? So our next item are these lovely paper pads. Now the paper pads, there's 6 different paper pads in the collection. So you've got Cute as a Button, you've got Eastern Delight, you've got High Tide, lots of love, buds and blooms, and lastly, grace and beauty. Now these pads are actually quite cool. They're 6x6 in size. There are 8 designs in each pad. There are 30 sheets in the pad. There are 120 GSM and they're acid and lignin free. So that means, of course, we can be using these for scrapbooking, our card making, our home decor, and any other paper craft that you wish to be working with them for, of course, or any other type of craft, really, depending on what we're doing. So I'll give you a little flick through these. So already I'm pretty sure you've probably got a price point in your mind. As I say, these 6 pads, these are all going to come to you in one bundle. So the Love to Craft pads are all one bundle. So there's no choice. It's all going to come to you in one go. And as you can see, they're going to cover you for quite a lot of occasions throughout the year. Quite a lot of different themes and bits are covered throughout these pads. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I looked at these and I thought, well, you know what? In pound shops, maybe I might be able to get hold of these for £1 if I was really lucky. If I'm there on the right day and they haven't put them up and they're, you know, available, I might be able to pick these up for £1 if I was really, really lucky. And I think, to be fair, that would be quite the bargain because, as I said, you're going to get 30 sheets in each pad. So between the bundle, you're getting 180 sheets. So our recommended retail price as such should be £6 if we went by the logic of you finding them in a pound shop. In the bundle, you can buy this bundle right now for £3.49. £3.49, and it's going to get you all of that little lot. So if you'd like those, you know where to go. Pop onto the website, check out, get hold of those. If you've got any questions, let me know, and we will delve back into these and have another look at them. But we have got loads to get through tonight, so I'm going to try and keep up with this the best I can. But if you've got any questions about anything, let us know. Peter, you seem to be struggling over there with the iPad. What are you doing, dear?
I'm just trying to put links on of the items on the thing.
I wouldn't worry, they know where they're going. They can pop onto the website. Yeah. Everything's laid out for them. We didn't get a chance to discuss this because we've been literally surrounded by techie people trying to help us for the last 20 minutes, which is so sweet of them. Because we literally rung them and said, help, and they dropped everything and come to help us. But it would be nice to be able to see what's going on with my comments and bits. So Pete will be in the comments if there's anything you need to answer, and I'll try to help out on the screen. Now then, we're going to move on to our first Sue Wilson die of the evening. And we're looking at a biggie. This is the vintage label die set. There are 7 dies in this set, and I'll give you the sizes as we go through. They're 18 centimetres by 15, or 14.9 technically. So 18 centimetres is your largest one by 15 in width. You receive 7 dies in here, and they've got this really cool edge to them, where they cut out the little squares running all the way around them. And what I've always really liked about this die set is how the actual design kind of changes as you go through them. We've got these big rounded arches coming down to the points in the middle. So 7 dies in that set. This one should be £24.99. Your offer price, I don't actually believe I'm saying this, is £10. So better than half price. £10 for a nesting die from the Noble collection with 7 dies in it. So if you like the look of that one and you want to check out on that one, you know where to pop on and get it. And of course, that's going to make you qualify for your free UK P&P, even if you just want to add in something else with it or not. Second, you get over your £10 mark. That's going to help you qualify for that point. Stick me post-it on in case we've got any questions for that later. Oh, by the way, 5 of them available. When they're gone, they're gone. So 5 to go. When they're gone, they're gone. So let's have a little look. Kim's off because she's off to the pub. That's fine. We don't blame you. The pub is calling. That's kind of a cool idea, really, isn't it? We could get in the pub, Pete, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We could pop to a pub if you insist. I wouldn't want to, though. It's lovely being with you all. Yeah. It's nice to be able to bring you some bargains, and especially this side of Christmas, to actually be able to really hunt out and find you some cool bargains is really lovely. So it's nice to be able to share these with you. Now, the next one I've got for you, these we had once before, I believe, and I might be wrong on this, I think they were £1 dearer than we're bringing them to you this time round, but I could be wrong on that. But we've got them for you. We've got 2 of them back in stock and 1 brand new option for you. So let's have a look at these. These are our paint sets. So with these, you've got watercolour paints in here, 24 tubes, and you get free brushes included. And these are really nice brushes. When we talk of Nova, This is a really cool, very sort of modern, good quality brand when we're talking about their pens, their pencils, their paints. I don't think you can go far wrong with Nova. And value for money, incredible. Each one of these sets, because there's 3 different versions. You've got premium watercolour paints, you've got premium acrylic paints, and you've got gouache paint. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not a painter, not an artist at all. I was going to prep that to make sure I didn't sound like a complete idiot, but I might have it wrong. In each set, 24 paints, 3 paintbrushes in each one. Each one of these are single, they're not a bundle, because we know that when we talk of art, different people like acrylics to watercolours and bits like that. So they're all individual, but the pricing is the same. They should be $12.99 each, but you can purchase them currently for $4.99 each. And again, you're going to get 24 paints and again, 3 of your brushes within those. We have varying amounts with these, but they're not huge. I think it's the acrylic one, which is the lowest in quantity. But as I say, $4.99 should be $12.99. And if you have any questions about these as we're running through them, please don't hesitate to let us know. The next bargain we are bringing to you is ribbon. Now this little set here, this is 12 rolls of Valentine's ribbon, and I'm going to try and lift them all up so you can see them a bit better. Now, although we're calling them Valentine's, of course there's loads of options you're going to be using these throughout the year. This isn't only Valentine's. There is so much more we're going to be able to use with these, times that we can use them. Your computer's just stopped. Is that a good thing? Oh, there we are. Good, good. My screen went off. I'm not used to using an iPad, a laptop. And usually when we do these, we do them on an iPad, and the iPad doesn't turn off. Just had mine a heart attack because the screen just went black and I thought I'd lost you all. Wouldn't surprise me, but I'm glad we haven't. So back to our ribbons. 12 reels of ribbon, 2 meters on each ribbon. Now again, I'm going to be honest with you, I think you're going to be looking to pay £1 a roll for these normally. When you see individual ribbons and you're choosing which one you want to purchase and you've got them on a roll like this, it's usually £1 a roll. Today, you can pick the bundle up, giving you all 12 rolls, so 24 meters in total. Should, in my theories, be worth £12, your offer price is $3.99. So $3.99 for all 12 rolls in one handy bundle. And as I say, you could colour these if you want to. They're like a grosgrain, so they've got a lovely texture to them. They've got a print on them on lots of them. You've got made with love, be mine, and your exos, your polka dots, your stripes. There's loads going on in there. But that little bundle is just $3.99. If that's one you would like to have a little look at, go check them out on the website. Then we move on. So we are back to another Sue Wilson die. Now this die set is really cool. And again, you're going to see a bit of a theme throughout this evening because you might be starting to think about your Valentine's Day cards. So you might be looking at the washi tape bundle and the ribbon bundle and thinking, hang on a minute, why are we giving you Valentine's products at such amazing prices this side of Christmas? This is usually the sort of prices we'd be looking at after the event. Well, if we can bring them to you now, it means that you can get started early, you can get making a profit if that's something you'd like to do, or making for lots of loved ones. So with this one, you get 16 different dies in here. You've got your sweet, be mine, miss you, love, amour, you rock, some little hearts, little diamonds, and Sue's great with her dies. There's lots of deboss work on here. So like you've got XO going through the phone, through the heart there, and different elements. So your set for this one should be $12.99, but instead it is on sale for just £5. So again, better than half price, huge saving on that one. You're going to be saving, what is that, £8 off of the recommended retail price. So a great time to grab hold of this one, especially before we sort of get to the Valentine's season. So there's a limited number of them. I think it's about 5 off the top of my head, but there isn't loads of them. So if you like the look of that one, get hold of that one. Gail's joined us. Lovely to have you with us, Gail. Thank you for joining us. We've got some incredible bargains to share with you all and lots of dodgy writing on post-its that we'll try and get rid of. So then we move on to our Christmas crackers. Now, again, these are all separate options for you, and there's different options on the website to what I've got here. We've also got larger crackers for you too. These ones are the small crackers. Now with these are $2.99 a set, and they make 8 crackers. So you've got the snaps, you've got jokes, you've got hats, and you've got your cracker elements in them. And these are all individual options again, so it's not a bundle, they're separate items. With the small crackers, these should be $2.99 a packet. You can see that, we've even got that on the labels. The special offer price for these this evening is each packet is £1.50. So it doesn't matter which ones you want to go for. With the small ones, £1.50 per packet. And you've got craft, marigold or green to choose from. We have also on the website got large crackers for you. And the large crackers should be $3.99 and they are only £2 a set. So basically half price on your crackers. Again, good time to get hold of them because you've still got time to make them for this year's festivities. So we'll just get rid of these ones and we'll move on to our next item. So don't forget, if you do go onto the website and you look ahead and you've got any questions that you'd like to have answered, if you want to see anything in any more detail while we're sort of running through these, then please don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help, we're here to show. I always feel, and it's genuinely truthful, when you look at a sale online, you see the pictures, and I don't know, maybe this is just me. You scroll through, you see a couple of bargains, you pick your bit, and then miss a few of the items, or you don't buy them because you can't see them, you can't ask how they work, what they do, what are they about, like paper pads. How frustrating is it only looking at the picture on the outside of them? So tonight we're giving you the chance to interact with us, talk to us, see what we're up to, and ask. So if there's a particular pad you want to see in more detail, then let us know and we'll take you through it. The one we're going to look at first of all though, this is our lovely Oh So Sweet pad. Now this one, these are premium pads. These are your first edition paper pads. Premium paper, there are 48 sheets in here. There are 3 sheets of 16 designs. They're of course acid and lignin free. They're even printed with soy inks. They're 200 GSM, so a nice weight to work with. And these are a bargain. I'm going to give you a little flick through so you can see what's going on in here. Let's see what way we're going. Oh, there we are. So let's start taking you through these. So we've got pearlescent papers. And we go through. Actually, I might give you a little flick like that. Oh, let's try and get rid of these stickers a little bit more so I can show you a bit better. I'll just fold them onto the inside there. So if we give you a little flick, you're seeing the double-sided papers first of all. By papers, we're talking 200 GSM. So they're quite an incredible weight actually. Strong enough that you could sort of be using these for your mats and layers. You're not going to build out of them necessarily, but certainly a nice weight to be sort of playing with. Quality feel to them. Then as we carry on through, we're going to get into your speciality papers. So can you see that sparkle and glitz coming through? That's the coated glitter that's running over the top of the designs. And as we flick through these pages, they've all got that sort of sparkle going on to them. Then as we get to the front, these are look at that pearl. So these are your pearlescent printed pages. So printed on pearl on the reverse as well. So if you're going to do some fold back techniques for these, you're going to sort of cut and layer with them, perfect. And again, pearl on the front page there. So this pad, and we've got quite a few of these to look at this evening. This one should be $7.99. The offer price is $1.99. So if you'd like to grab hold of this pad for $1.99, that's the cheapest we've ever bought you. These sort of glitzy first edition sort of 6x6 pads, I believe, $1.99 you're going to get hold of that one. Now the next item, we launched these, I believe, earlier this year, and they sold out, and we've struggled to keep hold of these all the way through the year, but we can bring them to you on our offer price. I don't think these are going to last very long. I think a lot of you are going to probably multi-buy these. And I'm going to take you through it first of all so you can see it, then I'll tell you about your price. The recommended retail price for this pad is $7.99. Now I know that lots of you are already going to be in the comments, I should imagine, telling you how much you love these pads, how you've collected them, how you've used them. I know the DT have been using these for a while and created some great things with them, so there's inspiration out there as well. These are your pastel ombre A4 glitter pads. There's 16 sheets, 4 designs, 4 of each design, 200 GSM. When we talk about ombres and we talk about glitter, look how glorious that is. Isn't that gorgeous? Now the recommended retail price for this, as I mentioned, is $7.99, making these 50p per sheet. I think that's actually pretty cool value, especially when we're talking about ombre, we're talking about non-shed glitter, and we're talking about a weight that's ideal for die cutting, for using for your mats and layers, for building up, but again, strong enough that we can sort of not quite construct out of them, but certainly use them to give class and elegance to our creations. The sparkle is off the charts and the value is there too. So as we flick through this, hopefully you're seeing these gorgeous colourways that are coming through. Aren't they glorious? Now, as I mentioned, these have flown off the shelves. We've genuinely struggled to keep hold of these. But tonight we're bringing them to you on the offer price of only $4.99. So if you would like to grab hold of that pad, giving you 16 sheets of glitter ombre cardstock, $4.99. I don't even know what that makes it a sheet, but it's cheap. And I have a feeling that they're going to fly out the door. So if you want those ones, head onto the website, www.craftmaniacrafts.com, where you'll be able to get hold of them. Now, the next item we bring you, again, this is a returning one. We've got lots of new bits to bring you again shortly, but this is a returning one. We have sold these endlessly, genuinely, for the recommended retail price. We then reduced them down. They were $5.99. We've just reduced them even further. These are now $4.99. I don't know how we're doing this, being honest with you, because what we actually have here, to begin with actually, and this is a fair point, I'm going to be honest, if you look around for these metal tins of watercolour paints, exactly the same as this, and I can't guarantee anything, I can't tell you for sure, but I would imagine made in the same factory by other brands. And I'm not, I can't tell you exactly because I don't know, but I imagine that if you're, my screen's gone again, Pete, sorry, I'm trying to gesture for you, thank you, love. Yeah, I just imagine if you have a little look around, the recommended retail prices of some of the other brands I've seen doing these are $19.99 upwards, genuinely, $19.99 upwards. The dearest I believe I've seen, and there might be a quality difference in the paint, I can't tell you that for sure, but the dearest I've seen these retail for is about £30. As I say, full disclosure, quality might be slightly different, but the tin styling to me looks identical, but I can't tell without using them, so it's unfair of me to say, but I do think this is a Billy bargain, because not only do you get your 24 paints, which I'm going to share with you here, this is mine, I've had mine for a while, I've used this quite a lot. Not only do you get your 24 paints, you also receive one paintbrush and a water paintbrush. Now again, when we talk about different brands of water paintbrushes, and this is a quality thing with water paintbrushes, when you go on to talking about water brushes, there are different types. You can get some cheapy ones that don't have a valve in them, and then you can get them for a couple of quid for a few in a pack. When you start putting a valve into a water brush, the price straight away quadruples, because the valve means that the water isn't going to go back up inside the brush. It means that it's going to stay in place within the brush. And that means as we're using a colour, we're not going to recolour the water in the barrel. So as we pick that up, this water doesn't go pink, it's going to stay there because the valve keeps the paint to the end of the brush. Not only on top of that do you get the brush, you also get great quality coverage with your watercolour paints that can be built up, intensified and stripped right the way down. But the coverage with these genuinely is great. I love these. Something I've used an awful lot of. Price-wise, as I mentioned, the recommended retail price for this tin was $14.99 when it was released. We had them available for $5.99. You can now purchase this for $4.99. Now, if you go check out water brushes on the Craftmania website on their own, I don't think we do any that are $4.99 with a valve in them, $4.99 or lower. I don't think. I might be wrong on that, but I don't think we do. Let alone the tin, let alone the 24 paint, let alone the ability to take that with you. It's even got the little finger holder on the reverse of it, so you can take that with you, you can open that out, and you can paint with that wherever you want to. So if you're somebody who's taking away items to caravans or going and painting by the side of the river, these are genuinely perfect for you to do that with. And at that price, I think they're going to go very, very quickly. So those ones, $4.99 should be $14.99. Then we move on. And we have for you, now these again, I'm not even going to be able to show you these because we've got that little of them available that I genuinely can't open one for you and use one because I don't want to rob somebody of the opportunity of purchasing them. Because we've literally got, I'll be honest with you, we have got 8 bundles of these available. And I know that these are another item that we could sell day after day after day, but we're going to bring you a bargain. We're going to bring you an offer. So these are normally £1 per bottle. Sometimes you can get them on offer where you buy 2 bottles and you get 1 free. That's the lowest value I've personally ever seen these. But if we went by the idea that the recommended retail for this is £8, your bundle price for these, if these are even still in stock, because they might have sold out by the time we've chatted about these are £2.99. So you're paying for free and you're getting 5 for free. That's a cool price, isn't it? Now, of course, in these, we've got pink, we've got blue, we've got gold, we've got green, we've got silver, we've got black, we've got purple, and we've got red. They do all have individual names if anyone's too worried, but they're your 8 different colours. And you can purchase all of those for £2.99. I'm not going to chat too much about them. I haven't even told you what they are, have I? That might help. These are pearl effects, 3D pearl effects. So when you take the lid off, you give it a little squeeze and it's going to make your little diamonds for you, or your little raised pearls effect. They're self-leveling, so you just pump as much as you want and it will make a little dome. Leave them to dry and you've got a great pearl effect. You've probably watched me over the years play around with this brand and, of course, Cosmic Shimmer ones. They all pretty much do the same things. You don't have to form dots with them. You can use them on loads of different effects, like on acetates, to make some really cool like stained glass style effects as well. So yeah, really cool product, very, very good price. Now, I'm a scrapbooker. I love scrapbooking papers. This one is one that I'm going to keep, genuinely. This is our Bon Voyage paper pad. It's 12 by 12. You receive in here 48 sheets. There are 3 sheets of 16 designs. They're printed with soy inks again. They're acid and lignin free. They're 200 GSM. And this is genuinely an absolutely beautiful paper pad, even before we start looking at the speciality. So there are 2 canvas designs, 3 spot UV designs, and half double-sided papers. That's just bonkers. So as we look through these, this one to begin with, this one's one of our canvas designs. So I don't know how we're going to see that, but there is a canvas texture to the actual paper. And if we give this a little flick, I'm conscious I don't want to damage it because I'm sure this is going to sell out and it's going to be heading home to some. Look at that. Does anybody else remember the K&Co paper collections? I remember there being a K&Co paper that was very similar to this that I used an awful lot of. These steel canvas ones, if you don't like the front of them, look at the back, look at the canvas and think about what you could be doing with that canvas card, really. Building up. K&Co again had a very similar one to this with the letters. I'm going to speed up a bit because there's a lot to get through this evening. Then you've got maps, so 3 different pages of maps. Then you've got the Eiffel Tower, Big Ben, and the Statue of Liberty. So great for your travelling. Then we've got sort of our flight tags. This one's one of your spot UV ones. So it's got that beautiful sort of pearly finish to it, maybe glossy finish to it, I should say. But again, great for cutting up and working with. Another one of those UV ones. So again, a bit more texture going on this one. Then as we flick through, you've got sort of your map points. Carrying on through, you've got your dictionary meanings. Then we get to, so these are double-sided. Look at these. So this one's got on the back of it airships, hot air balloons, boats, all different bits running through it. Now we're going to do this bit a bit quicker because we're double-sided. So we've got suitcases, we've got maps, we've got points and patterns and pinstripes, postage labels, text, bicycles, boats. Look at that. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Sort of postage style pinstripes as well. That pad, if you would like to get hold of it, recommended retail price $15.99. Sale price $3.99. You heard that right. $3.99 for 48 sheets of paper, 12 by 12 paper. I don't even know how we're going to post it for that price. That's bonkers. It will cost us more to post this to you than you're going to be paying for it. $3.99 for that one. Then I'm not going to take you through the whole thing because you've just seen the biggie, but we then have it for you in a 6x6 version. All the same papers going all the way through it. Personally, I would buy both because what I love about it when we talk about papers like this, what happens is the design is shrunk down. So when you go to make your pages or your cards, of course, smaller is great for card making, larger, more home decor, scrapbooking maybe, can be used on cards too. But what I love is you bring this in and you put those two together. How elegant does this look, having the same pattern run through in different sizes? That's a sign of class, that's a sign of elegance, and you're going to have that for every single page. So the little pad, £1.99, should be £7.99. Big pad should be £15.99, on offer at £3.99. Don't forget, if you've got any questions, let me know, and we will have a little run through anything that you'd like to know. Then we move on. So now we are looking at our Little Red Robin and Friends stamp set. This is an A5 stamp set. Again, this is bonkers. A5 stamp sets. You know these vary in price a lot depending on what they're made from and the designs of them. Just to give you some rough ideas, a pink ink stamp this size is £17.99. A Creative Expression stamp this size is £15.99. Prices varied on brands, absolutely. This one was a bargain at just the recommended retail for this design, should be £4.99. So should be £4.99, and in here you get 19 stamps. We've had this on offer for a little while. We've just reduced it even further. We're down to our last 20 of these. And I can see on my phone you're checking out at a very random rate. So I wouldn't even like to guarantee how many are left already. But if you want to get hold of this, it's £1. £1 for an A5 set of stamps with 19 stamps on there. That's ludicrous. And you've got With Love, 'Tis the Season for You, Merry Christmas, snowflakes, trees, a reindeer, a lovely little snowman. There's loads on that. 19 different stamps for £1. Bonkers. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Lynn's saying in the comments how she loves that stamp set. I know Lynn's done some creations with that stamp set, as so have I actually. So I will try and share them over on the group with you. So if you're not already a member of the group, later on to this evening or over the weekend, I'll share with you on the group some photos that I've done with that, and I'll try and convince Lynn that she wants to do the same if she's still got them. Then we move on. Succulent Garden Flowers from Sue Wilson. You can see the price already. This one, and she probably can't because my handwriting's terrible. This should be £19.99. That's the recommended retail price for this set. The offer price, this is better than a die of the week price. The offer price for this is £8. So you're getting 12 dies in here. This one has been discontinued by Creative Expressions, I believe. There are no more available with them. When it's gone, it's gone. It genuinely is one of my favourites. I went for a whole stage of using these and bending these around tweezers and bits. There's lots you can do with it, loads of different ways you can make these look, because you've got the different versions in there. 12 dies, £8. And I think by memory, we've got about 4 of them. I think it was 4. When they're gone, they won't be back. Talking of gone, they're gone and won't be back, we move on. This is the very last colourway of felt mark textured card we have by Sentimentally Yours. It was actually genuinely, truthfully, my favourite colour. I love this. I thought it was so pretty, so delicate. This is your mango, if I remember rightly. I can never remember colour names. Yeah, mango. So felt mark texture card has literally got like a light texture to it. I don't even know how well you're going to see it on screen. But in here you get 20 sheets. They're 200 GSM and they're acid free. Again, these are no more. When they're gone, they're gone. The recommended retail price for this should be £5.99. Your offer price is £3. And we've got 4 of them available. When they're gone, they're gone. Don't miss those. Are you all still keeping up with us? I know there's so much to get through, isn't there? We're 40 minutes in and I've barely taken a breath because there is so much to sort of show you and get through this evening. But if you've got any questions, please don't hesitate to let us know in the comments because I'll do my best to answer them. I can see that Samantha's joined us. Lovely to have you with us, Samantha. Let's have a little look at this one. So this is your Perfect Illusion paper pad. So again, 6x6, 48 sheets, 3 sheets of each design, 16 designs, 200 GSM, acid and lignin free. And we're going to give you a quick flick through this one. I don't think we've got many of these. Think of these for your men's cards, for your teenagers' cards. Look at these cool backgrounds that are working through here. These wood grains are really lovely. Look at that. That's gorgeous. There's me sort of flicking through it down here. I apologise. I want to show you. But I'm more falling in love with this as we're going through it. Then we move into what's going on here then? Is this, oh, I don't know if it is. Is that pearly? It's got a bit of a shimmer to it, but I don't think it's a pearl one. But these ones are single-sided now. That is, look at that. Oh. Peter, you didn't, oh. You're meant to, oh, with me. How cool are they though? Look at that. Oh, that's lovely as well. So these are really cool. Lots of speciality papers in these ones. Then we go back to your canvas ones. So again, bit of texture going on these. Loads of different papers in there. Loads of different designs. That's lovely as well. That's worth an oh.
Oh.
Oh. This might start to sound quite dodgy.
Yeah, I know.
But in there, you've got your 48 sheets. And again, that one should be $7.99. But it's on offer at $1.99. Then we move on. Now, these are rather lovely, being honest with you. We had 12 of these arrive, and there was only 12. There's now only 11 because I have commandeered this one. This ain't going nowhere. This is gorgeous. Now, if you've got a crafter in a craft group that you're looking to buy a stocking filler for, or a main present even, and you haven't yet found what to buy them, but you want something that possibly doesn't cost the world, but it's going to look like you've spent a fortune. As long as I haven't watched this video, this live, this might be the thing for you. Now, I won't linger long on them because we haven't got hundreds of them. But we are looking at Nova premium coloured pencils. Now, we did a tin like this before that had fine liners in it. There's 48 colouring pencils in here. They come perfectly housed within their own sort of plastic holder. What says quality more than that? On the top here, you've got your own little bit of foam to protect them en route to you. Tin is brilliant for carrying them around and storing them in. And then I'll be honest, because of price-wise, this should be $19.99. So that ain't too bad, to be honest. It's less than 50p a pencil. They're genuinely an artist quality. £20, can see why they'd be that price. But when I see what we were going to be able to do them for, I hadn't used these, I hadn't played with these, I was very sceptical. I thought they're going to be scratchy. And you might have to take my word for this because I don't think you're going to see it or hear it. Can you hear that? Does that come across?
Are we doing that? Oh.
I don't know if you can hear that. But usually if you use a cheap pencil, they're scratchy, aren't they? And they don't colour very nicely. These are really waxy. That's the only way I can describe them. And I don't know the world about pencils, but they just go on beautifully. So this set should be $19.99. Your offer price for these is $5.99. $5.99 for this whole tin of 48 pencils, sorry. What does that make it for a pencil, Pete? Come on, mathematics. £6 divided by 48. 13p? Oh, that's better than I'd know. Pete will do it on a calculator. But yeah, those are incredible. 48 pencils, and they are only $5.99. As I say, genuinely, there's 11 of them. There was 12, but I've stole one. And I'm not going to hand it over. I'm holding that to ransom. Yeah. I was so excited about that.
12.5p each.
12.5p. Okay, we move on. This one's a bit more difficult to give you a recommended retail price for, and the designs are completely going to vary. This is a bundle of 50 peel-offs. This one is just an example to show you roughly what you're looking at, but they are picked completely at random. I don't even want to guess how much this should be. I really don't. I honestly don't want to even know, but you've got 50 different peel-offs in here. Being honest with you, we've had these on clearance for a little while, but we've managed to get our hands on a few more of them. The clearance price we had for these was £7.50, which a lot of people have been snapping up in their droves because that was an amazing price point for 50 peel-offs. Your new offer price for this bundle, as I say, random, but these bundles is £5. So £5 for 50 peel-offs. As you can see, completely mixed designs, mixed themes, mixed colours, mixed finishes. It doesn't get any more random than this. £5, and you can buy as many of those as you like. There might be a bit of double up, but I have a feeling you're going to still find that you get a lot of variation from your £5. So that's making them 10p a sheet. Am I any right there?
Yep.
Yeah, 10p a sheet for your peel-offs, whether they're glitter or they are foiled as traditional ones, but £5 for your bundle of 50. How are we doing, Pete? How many items have we got left to go? Another 10, 15?
Or so,
about another 10. Hopefully you're all sticking with us, and hopefully I can see you're all checking out. The rate you're checking out is insane. Honestly, Sandra's come in for some orders, Portia's come in for some orders, Joanne, Sheila, Rona, Beverly, Kim, the list goes on. So I can see you're snapping these up quickly. And if you come to this video after, or when we post it on our YouTube channel as a video, I will warn you, I think a lot of this is going to be sold out. So don't dilly-dally if you like the look of it. We move on to our next item. This was another one that I didn't have in my stash, but I do now. This is our Nova fine liner pens. 9 fine liner pens going through different sizes. 0.05, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.8. I was doing so well. And a brush one. So in here, 9 black pens that you are going to have the best ability to go through and write with, journal with, and to me, rescue it when I stamp something and I've missed a bit. And that was why I wanted these, especially these really cool fine line ones, because if you can see that even if you've got a really small detail that you've missed, that you want to go back and add in, you're going to be able to do that. So with this set, they should be, the recommended retail price, the official recommended retail price should be $11.99. We had these for a long time at $9.99. I have a feeling we then reduced them slightly further. They might have been $6.99 or $7.99, something along them lines. The offer price now for these is $3.99. So $3.99 is going to grab you all 9 of those fine liner pens, giving you all of the different sizes that you could possibly need for your journaling, your doodling, your tangling, all of them different bits that we do with our black fine liners. I have a feeling they're going to go very quickly too. Then we're going to move a bit onto some more paper. So then we're talking Grand Plans. Grand Plans 12 by 12 paper pad. Now I'm going to try and do this one quite quickly for you because there's lots to get through in this one. Loads of different papers. This one again should be $15.99. I love this. Think of your teenager cards, think of your men's cards, think of all the masculine bits you want to do. Think of those cool holiday photos where you're on a beach somewhere and you want to put your sort of sunglasses on, or them silly photos that you've got of sunglasses that where we're sort of all making daft faces and you want to sort of put them into a page. Then you've got your sort of texty bits. Now these again are your UV coated ones. So they've got that bit of gloss and shimmer to them. Great for taking us through the year. Another cool pad that's going to sort of come in time after time. This one again should be $15.99. How cool are the coffee cups? That's wicked. Should be $15.99, but it's $3.99. So just like the last 12 by 12 pad we looked at, $3.99. These ones again are your canvas pages. So if you don't like the front of them, think about using the reverse of them. But you've got your t-shirts with all your different slogans on. You have got your sort of beer bottles going through here. And then we finish. Oh my goodness, that's a surprise worth sharing. Look at those. How cool is that? I don't know if you're seeing these too clearly, but they're like little stick-on gems on there. That's impressive. In love with that. So yeah, $3.99 for your 12 by 12 version. And then again, we've got for you the 6 by 6 version. All the same patterns. So again, when we're talking a layering up, that's going to work really nicely for you. 6 by 6 one should be $7.99 and it's just $1.99. So again, true bargain if you want to get a hold of those ones. I can see more pinging going on my phone. I can see that you're all checking these out at a rapid rate.
Forgot to give you that one.
Oh, you forgot to give me this, did you?
I was holding it back.
Holding this one back. Okay. So this one's a cool one. This is a Sue Wilson banner collection, Floral Wishes. There are 9 dies in this set and you've got a lot of interchangeability because of the banners are separate and can be used inside the frame. So you can choose to use the sort of banner frame on its own and leave it solid. So you could stamp on it, you could write on it with your fine liners, you could go in and decorate that if you wanted to, or you can choose to use the best wishes, you are the best, or thinking of you banner that is then going to cut in and cut out those aperture words for you. You've then got different bits that you can layer around this as well. Now from experience, these elements layer quite nicely. You can also go in and snip them off and use them as individual branches and pieces. So if you're looking at it and thinking that's a bit heavy, I don't know if I want to use all of that in one go, think about looking at that die on its own, or that one, or this one, and snipping these off and using them as individuals. Great amount of snippability. Should be $18.99. The offer price of this one is £7.50. Again, that's a die of the week price, isn't it? That's a silly price to be bringing you a Sue Wilson die for. This was one that I did on a show not that long ago, just before I left, I feel. I did this with some amazing sprays by Diana Wakely, I believe. I don't know. But yeah, lovely die set. There are 4 of them available. Just 4. So when they're gone, they're gone. Should be £18.99, £7.50. Oh, we've got a comment from Sandra. What's Sandra say? Oops, I just checked out too soon. Would love those black fine liners too. Great bargains, Jamie. Thanks for the opportunity to stock up. And the Grand Plans paper bag too. This is tempting. Well, Sandra, you have an option here. I can tell you there is nobody at the warehouse picking and packing your order for you right at this second. We can't often do this, but we can today. Check out again, but do it as a click and collect item. That way you won't pay P&P. But in the note section, put a note to add that to your previous order. And when they pick your order, they'll put the 2 together for you. So because we're checking out quickly, we can do that. Can't always guarantee it, but because it's a Saturday night, Friday night, Friday night.
Saturday night.
Saturday night? Is it Saturday?
Night? So lost. Yes.
Is it Saturday?
Night. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday night. This is how confused
I think we
me
need
and
to get
Pete
to that
are.
pub.
This is how lost we are in the world. We don't even know what day it is anymore. But because it's a Saturday night, no one's going to pick and pack until Monday morning. So you've got the weekend to add to it if you want to. If you all do it, it's going to confuse the life out of them. But hopefully if that helps, it might be a way to do that. But before you check out on those, look at these. So these are my tea bag folding stamps. Now, these are all individual again, so if you've got one of them already, don't feel you've got to buy all of them. They're separately priced. This is, again, rather bonkers. The price we've got these up for originally is $14.99. I think they've possibly gone up to $15.99, but I don't think we've put them up yet. But I think if we was to buy them again and stock them again, $15.99, I think is the retail price for them. But let's go for $14.99, it's not a problem. $14.99. Now I mentioned these are your tea bag folding stamps. They do match with the tea bag folding dies. But A, you don't have to have the dies, because if you've got a circle die or a square die or an octagon die, you can cut them out. You might have a wider border to them. It's not the end of the world. The dies do match up and add score lines to them, but if you haven't got them, follow the tutorial. It's quite easy to put your own in. The dies were a great help to help you, but they're not essential to tea bag folding. Tea bag folding went on for a lot of years before dies were invented, so you don't have to have them. These should be, as I say, $14.99 each set. The offer price is £3 per set. Now, even if you don't want these to fold, look at these as mandalas to be on your cards. Look at these as backgrounds. Think of stamping these multiple to make up your backings. Then look at the sentiments that come with them, and you're going to spot this quite quickly. Between all of the 3 sets, the sentiment font is the same. It's something I always do if I can. So for this one, you've got on your special day, smile, and just because. On this one, you've got brother, you truly are one in a million, mum, dad, sister, friend. You would pay more than £3 for them stamps on their own in a set. So you've got you are truly one in a million, then you can add in brother, mum, dad, sister, friend, or just use mum, dad, sister, friend, or brother on their own. Then in the next one, you've got dream big, hello, enjoy the little moments. But you look at the designs here, these are great, especially the octagons, because you could literally tile stamp these side by side, a bit like we're doing with the tile collection, to make up some really cool backgrounds. Same with the squares, and then of course the circles would make great backgrounds too, and great elements, and can be trimmed out with any circular dies. So £3 per set. Now, if I remember rightly, the octagon, we have 3 of those available. The circles and the squares, we've got a few more of those, but not endless stock. And of course you know this, but when we're bringing something down from $14.99 to £3, when they're gone, they're gone. So don't dilly-dally. If you like those, get those ordered. Then we move on to our next item. Now this is incredible. This is our A4 foam value pack. This is the Brights value pack. So you've got white, black, brown, purple, fuchsia, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. There is a whopping 50 sheets in here, 5 sheets of 10 colours. So every colour we just mentioned, you've got 5 different sheets of those ones. The retail price for this bundle is $8.99, and I have a feeling that's actually quite a competitive bundle price, to be fair. I think they get a lot dearer depending on your brands and places. But the sort of bare bones recommended retail, £8.99. Your offer price for this bundle is £3.49. So let's say it's £3.50 and we're getting 50 sheets. That's 7 pence a sheet, isn't it? It is, isn't it?
It is,
7
I
pence
think.
a sheet. Yeah, I believe so. 7p a sheet for your foam. And this, foam is a funny one because especially with the brighter colours, if you stick a self-adhesive sheet onto each side of this, you've got your very own foam tape. Great use for it. Another use I love for foam is die cutting from it. If you've never die cut foam before, this is great because you die cut it and then your die cut has got prominence to it. It'll squish down when it goes through the machine due to the pressure, but after it's sat there, it will come back to life, the air will get back in it, and you'll have some really deep, impressionable dies. They look incredible, especially if you're talking background dies and you don't want to see the foam tape underneath the layers, cut it out of foam, it's great. Also, if you've got nesting dies and you want to make shaker cards and you're tired of all of the bits leaking out the side, don't use foam tape, use a sheet of foam. Cut your circle in the middle and then there is no possible way that's going to escape out of the edges. You don't have to worry about the joins on the foam tape because you're working with a solid body. So they are great. They're going to come in really handy. 50 sheets for £3.49. Then we move on. We're going to start off with this cool tinsel tape. Now this again, brand new. This come in the door about 2 days ago. Can we get to this? Let's show you this. Let's get into there. Can we get that there? Let's get that bit off. So this is a wired tinsel. You could even use this on your Christmas trees if you wanted to. So by wired, I mean it's going to keep its shape. So whether we flatten it, we shape it, whatever way we want to do it, we wanted to write names out of it. You could do loads with this actually, couldn't you? You could make some really cool 3D items. You could twist this round like a straw or a pen and make some cool coils from it. On here, what do we get on this? 15 metres. There is 15 metres on this. It's only available in blue and it's a while stocks last. When they're gone, they're gone. This should be £3.99. It's £1. £1 for 15 metres of tinsel. That's bonkers. And I know I've said that a few times, but that is truly bonkers. That's just silly money, isn't it? That's silly. £1 for 15 metres of that. I have a feeling they're going to go very quickly. I know we had 10 of them available. When they're gone, they're gone. Sandra says we make a laugh. That's never good. Well, it probably is actually. We're always up for a challenge and a laugh. So then these ones, these are cool. I'm glad that you've managed to get your extra bit if you chose to. Fabulous bargain, says Deb, but I agree, these are. And you've bought a few bits. I'm glad to hear it. That's lovely. We don't always get to bring you bargains, and it was kind of like, how are we going to do this? And I thought a live would be really fun because we can actually, like this, we can open it, we can share them with you, can see what you're getting penny for penny instead of wondering what's hidden behind the sort of packaging. Now, these are your craft tags. These are your Christmas craft tags. There are 100 tags in this packet. They're all have a die-cut snowflake already out of them, but you start thinking about putting something underneath that. Put in one of those underneath here. So cut down your mirror card, stick it onto the back of the tag, stick another tag over the other side of it so that no one's going to see the mirror card come through. You could even put I think I've picked up 2 sheets here. You think of the little amount of mirror card you're going to be using. Stick one piece one side, stick another piece the other side. You have made the most luxurious tag there going. Before you've even wrote on it, add a bit of glitter and a couple of gems to the middle of that snowflake. You're going to create a really cool Christmas tag. Now in this pack, you receive 100 tags. So if you was to be sticking these back to back like I just suggested, you're going to get 50 tags out of this. They've even given you the twine to tie them on with. This should be £1.99. So that's going to make them a penny for 2p a tag. 2p a tag. It's going the wrong way. 2p a tag. 100, £1.99. Your offer price for this is silly. 50p. 50p for 100 die-cut tags and your twine to hang them on with. So that's 2 tags for a penny. Is that right? Mm. Yeah? You shook your head. Don't shake your head. I know you're shaking your head because that's a silly price.
A silly price.
But I can't have a shake on a mathematical equation because that will never work. Don't forget, if anyone wants to see anything in particular, let us know and I will show you that item. I'm not going to keep rustling because that's going to do your head in. But 50p for 100 tags. I'm running out of room at this stage. Come on, Pete, what's next? Throw on the next one. So, we've got 2 of these. 2. So we're not going to linger long. 2. Making Memories pad. Again, same maths as before, 48 sheets, 3 sheets of each design, 16 designs. Same price as the other ones, should be $7.99, but this one is $1.99. When you're talking about Valentine's Day, again, maybe you're talking about your teenagers, your fun modern cards. Look at those backings, they're cool, aren't they? 6x6, and you're going to be able to grab that for $1.99. There is 2 of them available, they've possibly even gone already, so I'm not going to linger long, but if you like the look of that one, grab it while we've got them by theory. Then we're going to show you some more dies. So these are cool, and there's lots of these to go through. So I've kind of saved these a little bit. Actually, let's do the last pad. There's dies coming up next, but we'll do this pad first. Let's Celebrate paper pad. So same maths as before, 6x6, $7.99 retail price, offer price $1.99. Again, 48 sheets. You've got your speciality sheets in here. You've got all your different designs. This is, oh my goodness, look at that. How cute is that? And when you look at that, and this is what I love about a pad, background, foreground, sentiment, maybe a ribbon, job done. Easy as that. Doesn't have to be complicated. They've done the work for us. That matches perfectly. All we need to do is mat and layer, and we have created that effect. Look at that one. Same again. Pinstripes, florals, that works, doesn't it? So as we go through this, like bunting, this one's cool. Flowers, hearts, pinstripes, birthday hats. Look, oh my goodness, look at him. I don't know if him or her maybe. Look at that, cute. Very, very, oh my goodness, look at that. I haven't been through this pad before. You have got little Dalmatians wearing party hats. That's worth £2 on its own. How cute is that?
I think we're down to 1. I think Jamie's going to nick that one.
I like this. No, that was the last one. You're not paying attention. We had 2 of the last one. I think we've got 12 of this one. I might be wrong. You look at that with your mirror board. Your foiled mirror on that one. And there's a couple of them, but I went past them. Balloons as well. They're gorgeous. Is there a third? Oh no, that one's one of the UV ones. It's got a little bit of gloss to it, a bit of shimmer. So that's the Let's Celebrate pad. Should be $7.99, $1.99. I can see you've gone to check out. Honestly, my little phone over to the side of me, I ought to be trying to tell you what's selling out already because I can get in messages after messages. This is silly. These are going so fast. That's bonkers. Okay, so let's move on to some dies. So then these are, again, a while stocks last kind of job. I'll be honest with you, first one with these, we've got 5. I think that's probably the highest number with the Spellbinders dies. This one should be £21.29p. I actually believe this is one of Ian's favourites. I'm pretty sure he's done quite a few bits for this. This should be £21.29. It's £5. £5, and it says heartfelt thanks in an oval. How gorgeous is that one? You have got 7 different dies, separate sentiment panel. Then you've got different edges, different filigree bits that you could accentuate your design with if you wanted to. That's gorgeous, and that's a £5. £5, we've got 5 of them available, should be £21.29p. I'm looking at this and thinking how well that would work with our oval dies, our new oval dies. You think about putting that in the middles of all the different oval dies, that would work beautifully. So that's cool. Then we move on. Now this is one Lynn's played with. We have got the Spellbinders gumball machine. This makes a 3D gumball machine style card that collapses down flat. I know there's lots of different techniques you can do with this set. Again, these die of the month ones, the only recommended retail price I can find for these, it sounds a bit bonkers, they're £38.20. So I say that loosely because I'm not convinced that's right. Or is it 38, something like that. They're really ridiculously priced. But the offer price for them, £5. The gumball machine, we have 2 of. I had 2 of before we went live. That may well have already gone. But 2 of, £5 each. Then we move on and we have got the Marvellous Medallion. So look at all of the different ways you're going to be able to use that one between the insert, the outsert, and the different panels to go between it. We'll give this a little flip. It's going to give you some ideas on the reverse there. Just look at that card. That's gorgeous. Some of the ways you're going to be able to use that. That one should be, again, another one of the £38 ones, apparently. We've got 3 of them, £5 each, if they're still available. Then we move on, and we have got the alarm clock. The alarm clock, again, is one of the dearer sets of dies. This makes a 3D alarm clock. You've got all of the different dies in there to do that with. You could use that just as a cold frame. You could use that just as a clock. You could possibly even put a clock mechanism in it if you wanted to. And if you look at this, the one with the tabs on it, that's a separate die. So if you wanted to take that filigree part and your clock mechanism pieces and cut those into your card, forget the 3D bit, forget the words, forget everything else, just create that as a kind of clock element. I'm trying to think, I think John next door's got one that's a clock that's like, A, it's gorgeous, and B, it's been really well sort of taken up on, but it is a bit pricey in comparison to this one. This one's a £5. There's 4 of them available. That's if they're still there. Then we move on. This is gorgeous. Look at that. That's huge. This die is ginormous. Have I got a tape or a rule? I have got a rule. Let's give you a size quickly. Size-wise, this is bonkers. 7 inches by 5 inches, £5. And in here you have got 12 dies. Flowers, leaves, layers, mats and layers, filigree panels separate, a £5. And there's 5 of them available to get if they were still available. I'll show you some cards, I'll show you some ideas. Look at them. That's impressive. That's ridiculous. That's silly, silly, silly money. £5 for that one. Then we move on. This one we've got 6 available of. This is the Tiara Trifold. So you've got hello there as separate words. You've got foliage, you've got flowers, you've got a mechanism. Then you've got your main die. When we have a little look on the back of this one, you can see that you can make really cool trifold cards with it, which of course could be more than trifold if you wish to. You could turn it into borders, and then you've got your flowers. How pretty is that? And of course they've cut it against one side. No reason I can't see why you couldn't cut that against 2 if you wanted to, I feel. So that set again, £5, 6 available. This is silly. That completes all of our offers for you. Now, if there is anything you would like to see again, let me know and I will go through it and I will answer your questions for you. But that is all of our brand new Facebook Live sale items. I don't know how you're going to pick, and I hope that you're kind of looking at this and thinking, A, stocking fillers for all of my crafty friends, presents for next year for my crafty friends, or actually bits that I might be able to purchase and convince the loved one of Father Christmas that they want to gift me, not only for Christmas, but birthdays, Mother's Day, all of them bits that are going to come up throughout next year. If you've got the ability, and I mean more like you don't get too tempted, you could easily sort of purchase these bits, store them away, and then get your family members and your friends to purchase them for you or give them to you throughout the year. I just think that could be kind of nice. Now then, the last thing I'm going to tempt you with and share with you is the die of the week. Now, we are apparently only on Saturday, and this doesn't launch till Monday. But because I want to be fair, to be honest with you, I'm fully aware that a lot of you are probably going to purchase these bargains, and then when Monday rolls round, the die of the week's only £6.50, and you're going to think, well, I've just bought all that lot, and I don't want to now come up with another £10 order. So I've brought it out today for you. We're not going to sing and dance about it. We're not going to tell you too much about it. But if you do like the look of it, and I am going to try and grab a couple of cards from it, just so I can give you an idea, while I wait to see if you've got any questions as well. But if you do like the look of it, it is available on the same Facebook Live link that we've been giving you. So when you go onto the website, have a little look on the menu bar, click the bit that says Facebook Live Sale, it will open up, and the very last item, if I remember rightly, is the brand new die of the week. This is your die of the week that will be launching on Monday. There is a video showing you all about this that will launch Monday morning. There are cards that will go up every day of the week next week with inspiration. Your offer price on this one for your die of the week price, it's going to be £6.50p. It should be £14.50. In here you get 5 different dies, and when we start bringing those in to make cards, these are just a couple of the cards that I've made that I'll share with you next week. on the video on Monday and, of course, on the posts that come up at 2 o'clock every day. So if you'd want to get hold of that one before Monday, you want to get it ordered so that it helps you with your P&P or saves you trying to come up with another £10 order on Monday, because you don't want to miss out on this one either, I'm sure. We've put it available for you now so that you can get hold of it. Now, if there is any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them for you. Let's have a little look. Let's see. I just see one scroll off of the screen slightly. When you colour those, they also become snowflake stencils. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, I think Deborah's on about the snowflake tags. That's a great idea. Using them, colouring over the top of them. Yeah, what a great way to create a stencil from the aperture that's already created in the tag. That's great, Deborah. Thank you for that. That's a really handy little top tip. So, okay, I believe that you've all caught up. I can see, there's another ping. I can hear that you're all checking out as well. I can see that bits are going out of stock. I can see that you're enjoying this. Hopefully you've enjoyed the live aspect of this instead of just sending out an email or giving you sort of the idea that these items have been released. Hopefully you've enjoyed actually getting to see the items and flick through them. I know I've waffled a lot, but I hope throughout it you've been able to pick up a bit of inspiration and to see a bit more detail from them. Now, everything we've spoke about is a while stocks last offer. When they're gone, they're gone. We don't believe we can get any more of any of it. So when it goes out of stock, you can try and do a notify me message in case somebody's made a mistake along the line. But I don't think anything's going to be coming back in stock, and I don't want you to be disappointed. So we will start hiding these items as they go out. So if you've watched the video and you go to the page and the item isn't there, it's because we've hidden it and it's sold out. So again, go to the page that we mentioned. It's on the menu bar. We'll leave it there for a couple of days yet so that you can all sort of catch up when this goes onto YouTube. But it will stay on there for a little while. But after that, we'll move the section to as seen on TV or YouTube, one of them, YouTube probably. But there'll be a link in the description of the video on YouTube. And of course, there is a link in the description to today's live. So at any point, give that a click, it'll take you to the page. But if you're not on the page, it means it's sold out. If there isn't any questions, we're going to leave you in peace now. But thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for taking part in our offers. It's always a joy to see you grab a bargain. And genuinely, that's the truth. Especially our Facebook page followers. It's always nice to, you know, you're loyal, you're here with us, you're always liking, you're always commenting. It's nice to be able to reward you with seeing, purchasing and taking advantage of the offers before we've sort of yelled about them or emailed them out or shared them anywhere else. So it's really lovely that you've been able to join us tonight and take advantage of these little cheeky offers. So, okay, from me and Pete, thank you very much, and we will see you all again very soon. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Night all.
Night.
See you soon. Thank you. And enjoy the new goodies, actually. That's something we should be saying. Enjoy the goodies. Bye for now all. Night, night.